Well, joining me is Nick Easter after that monumental performance. Nick, 18-5, a terrific performance from your boys again.
Yeah, it was. Bedford coming in third in the league. Very, very good side. Conditions obviously limited for the type of rugby, but the boys really delivered in terms of their physicality, in terms of their discipline as well, and managed to get over the line. And it was a pity not to nil them at the end. They scored in the 85th minute, but just shows how much they want to work for each other from the defensive performance. There was about 2 key visits. Bedford had 2-3 yards out in the second half, which could have made it squeaky bum time in the second half when we were about 13 points up, I think. 12 points up. Then the guys managed to dig deep, get a key turnover, and bag the win.
I mean, it was a terrific performance from a number of players today. Obviously, Kieran Goss was outstanding, but I felt defensively today you really were not going to let them pass, were you? And it did take until something like the 6th minute of stoppage time for them finally to get over the line. But defensively today, you were, to a man, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, and it's been a hallmark of us since I've come in. You've got to be hard to beat to begin with, and you've got to work. It shows the character and how much you're willing to work with your teammates' defence. It always doesn't matter what sport you play. How hard you're prepared to graft and get off the floor and go again, really, and put your head where it hurts at times. And we've not conceded 20 points in these 4 games that we've played at this Christmas period. And I know a little bit of conditions has to do with that, but ultimately, our defence in these 4 games has been extraordinary, and we love it. We like it when a team comes into our 22. The guys really get energised. It's a real test in terms of Lyon. The referees are really looking at the defence. They've got an opportunity to score. Let's knock them back, and you can really deal some psychological blows. And that's very much the mindset of the group.
And you had to recover today, didn't you, from a big blow as well in the first half, losing your influential skipper Willie Ryan with that injury. First of all, what is the injury? Is it serious, or do you think?
Yeah, I think he's going to be out for a period of time. It looks like. To be honest, our initial prognoses haven't been too accurate in the last few weeks. We'll get a scan on it, but I think he's going to be out, for 2-3 months possibly. He's a guy that recovers very, very quick, and he came off. He said to me, on the bench towards the end of the game, he looks like there's going to be a long period. It was an anchor, it was a freak guy, as you saw it on the video again, and he made the tackle and the turnover from a dropout and just swung round, and I think just lost it in the mud. He everted over the outside of it. But we lose about we gain 2 next week. Last week, we've been really stretched thin on the resources in the back 5, this period of games, but we've managed to get enough to take the field of enough quality. But we get Max Clemenson and George Stokes back next week. We lose Willie Ryan, just like last week. We lost George Stokes. We've gained Izzy Wharton this week. It'd be nice to have a few more to pick from and select from, but that is the nature of this sport.
London Scottish away next Saturday. Probably the first time many players at Chinnor and supported Chinnor have had a Christmas fixture, but London Scottish away from home, your home form this season is phenomenal, but it'd be good to turn it on the road and try and pin together back-to-back wins.
Yeah, I think our away form has been great. If you look at it, Cambridge away first game of the season, Amtil, should have beaten them and sort of missed the kick at the death there. And the 2 games in this period, Cornish Pirates were lost by a point last week. We had an opportunity to get 5 metres out to the end as well. I think we've been very consistent in our performances, but in terms of results, you're right. They'd be good to get one on the road, and they're going to be very, very tough outfit. They're dogged, they're cussed, they play a good brand of rugby, and you never know who they're going to field. They're a little bit like Antill and Saracens. They sometimes get a whole horde of Quins players there, and it makes them a very, very different prospect if they do. But again, if they did do that or didn't do that, it's another great challenge for this club.
A final word for this club, for this magnificent home support. You've turned Kingsley Road into something of a fortress over the last couple of years. 1,850 fans inside the ground this afternoon. Terrific atmosphere, and they are your 16th man, aren't they?
They really are. I mean, that's probably been the biggest improvement from last season is the noise that the supporters bring at home and away. Down at Cornish Pirates, even at Nottingham last week, small contingent, but they made themselves heard.
Nick, brilliant way to finish this side of Christmas. have a great Christmas, and we'll see you at London Scottish next Saturday for another championship game. Thanks very much, Nick.
Happy Christmas. Cheers.